Hi guys, this is Mr. Assassin and I'm here today to do Toriko chapter 308 review. Now this chapter I have just read it, so it's fresh in my mind. It has a lot of information, not that much information actually, but a lot of what the fuck moments. So let's just start from the beginning, because the chapter is composed in 3 parts. First part, it shows us the human world. The second part, it shows us the gourmet world in 2 stages, with the bewitching food world and the dining planet of the Nitro. And the third part, it shows us Toriko and the 4 heavenly kings as they go to fight Bambino. Now, about the human world, it seems that the octopus that they had when they entered the gourmet world, the bewitching food world, that octopus was carrying gourmet world ingredients back and forth between the human world and the gourmet world, and because of that, a lot of humans in the human world are able to taste gourmet world ingredients. Something that they never thought they would have in their lifetime. And these ingredients are obviously cooked well, because they can eat it. And we know almost all of them are special cooked ingredients, so you need good chefs in order to cook them. Even air. Parts of air was brought to the human world, and we can see Manson eating, I think his name is Manson, like the head of the AGO after Ichiyu died. Manson. We can see him eating air, and we can see his demon arm, one of his arms, his left arm, is looking like a demon arm. And Manson even says, I didn't thought it was possible for an ingredient this delicious to exist. An ingredient that with only one bite can stimulate all of my cells and wake up even my demon. So obviously his demon was asleep. There were probably no new ingredients in Manson's menu that the gourmet demon could have tasted, and he was obviously in a state of hibernation or something. And now with the air fruit, the demon has awoken once again. Let me see if I'm missing something. Oh yeah, and Manson sent I don't know all the names, but he sent the Toriko's master Chiryu, I think, the guy with the cuts on his face, I think his name is Match. He sent Zonge. Zonge is just there for comical relief. Almost everyone that we know from the human world, cooks and guys that help Toriko, are now going to the bewitching food world in order to help him again. And I don't know how they could help him again, because they're not that strong, but obviously they got to the bewitching food world and they're talking to Daruma Sage, so they can get a mode of transportation to get to area 7, I think it is, where the Monkey King is, or area 4, I'm not sure. Anyway, to get to the area where the Monkey King is, so they can help Toriko. However, I don't even think they can get past the newcomers in area 7. Yeah, I think it's area 7. So I don't know how they could help Toriko. There was a funny scene with Zonge when Daruma Sage says that I didn't know that there were any creatures, there were any of our kind in the human world, and Zonge says, I'm a human, and the Daruma Sage says, you're the spitting image of one of us. So that was funny. However, it seems that they cannot get a transportation vehicle or transportation animal as the den shark, because the den shark can walk on water and it can walk on land. So it's both land and water, and on such short notice they can only get one that travels on land. And Nono, yeah, I think her name is Nono, Komatsu's girlfriend, she can actually help. She can apparently she has an ability to freeze the water, and they are going to travel on ice. So that's convenient, but this part has no importance whatsoever because they're here to help Toriko, but obviously they are not going to get there in time. However, there is something very interesting here. When the Daruma sage talks to Master Chiryu, I think his name is, or Chiro, whatever, the guy with the glasses. They are talking about Branchy and how Branchy went to the let me see, Gourmet. Just a moment. To the Gourmet Corp, and the Gourmet Corp apparently is Acacia's hideout. Apparently, it's Acacia's hideout, and it's a mountain in the middle of the ocean, a mountain composed out of the sea, or the sea mountain, something like that. So it's a mountain composed out of water, which is crazy. And it seems that Branch is taking air to Acacia because Toriko asked him to. Toriko is handing air to Acacia in order for Acacia to protect it. And Branch is asking himself if, like Toriko, can you really entrust him, meaning Midora? Oh, Midora, oh, sorry. Not Acacia, he's taking air to Midora. Sorry, Acacia, what the fuck am I saying? Anyway, he's taking air to Midora, and apparently Toriko had an agreement with Midora to bring him the dishes on Acacia's menu. Either to protect the dishes or to eat them himself. Because he was one of Acacia's disciples. Anyway, Branchy is sort of praying that he won't die in this mission because Midora is considered to be the strongest man in the world. And that's that. Now going to the third part, we go to the dining planet, which is like a small planet orbiting probably a continent from the Gourmet world, and we see three Nitro, one big guy, one lady, and one female, one female Nitro, and Pear. For the first time we get to see Pear, and I see for the first time because now we realize that Toriko and Komatsu have actually met Pear in the first chapters of the book when they went to get the salad, the something salad, I don't know, that plant that you have to bite, two people have to bite the plant at the same time in order for it to taste good. I don't know what the plant was called, and there was a Nitro there that beat the plant so fast from both sides that the plant didn't realize that there weren't two persons, and that was Pear. And Pear says that Komatsu and Toriko make a good team, but they have no chance at all to beat the Monkey King, nothing at all. And they are all talking, and Joy is there as well, and apparently they want to steal air from Toriko and the Four Heavenly Kings, but Joy does, but the female Naito says, well, we can wait until the eclipse because they might actually cook all the ingredients until the eclipse comes, and I will get to taste this planet. This is important. I will get to taste this planet's full course at 100%. So they say that not even them knew how to cook air at 100%. Komatsu was the first one, and they are very stunned by Komatsu. However, they don't give him credit for this. They think he learned it from the book, the Naito book, when in actuality Komatsu did it without knowing anything from the book. So there's something special about Komatsu, but they don't know that yet. However, they want to let him cook every one of the full course items, so they can steal them and taste them at 100%. Then there's the talk with Pear, and Pear, even though he thinks they make Komatsu and Toriko make a good team, Pear doesn't think they can beat the Monkey King. Then we jump to the 4 Heavenly Kings, which are approaching the summit of the top of the mountain, the 100G mountain, and they are very determined. They were lacking strength when they first battled Bambina. Now they have strength, they have guts, and they are going forth in order to fight Bambina, defeat him at his own games. And they even said what they were lacking in strength they made out in appetite, because their appetite feels like it's going to erupt. So they are very determined to defeat the Monkey King at his games. However, when they get to the top of the mountain and Toriko screams, "Monkey King, we've come to play," they get to see that on top of the mountain there is a ring, a huge ass ring, and apparently they're going to fight, because the next chapter is entitled The Gong. So the next chapter is The Gong. So apparently they are going to fight the Monkey King in a ring. But that's all about this chapter. It's a very interesting chapter. We get to find out that Pear has actually been to the human world searching for ingredients that he could eat, and he didn't find anything. We know from the first chapters of Toriko, even though at that time we didn't know that Nito was Pear, now we know that he was Pear. And Komatsu and Toriko were very lucky they didn't die, because Pear could have killed them in an instant. He probably could do the same right now. We get to find out that the Naito want to steal every ingredient from the 4 Heavenly Kings, which is probably why Toriko handed the ingredients to Midora. Midora could actually protect the ingredients. We get to see where the Nito actually are on the dining planet. So we get a lot of information. So the chapter is good. Probably even not. The rating for this chapter is very good, very good. Yeah, very good. A very good chapter of Toriko. And I can't wait to see how they defeat the Monkey King in the next chapters. But that's that. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a nice day.
Any rational society would either kill me or put me to some use.